Dr. Nandipha Magudumana's elderly father, Zolile Sikeleni, and co-accused Senoe Motsoara were the first accused to appear in the Bloemfontein Magistrate's Court in the Bester escape plot. They were later joined by accused number 3, Teboboho Lipholo, who confessed to the police about his involvement. Dr. Nandipha Magudumanan, Motanyane Masukela, Tieho, Makhotsa and Nastassja Jansen followed later. At first, a total of 8 people, including Bester, were arrested. Magudumana's father was the first accused to be granted bail. I Thabo Bester never applied for bail, while Magudumana abandoned her bail application. Following a lengthy bail application process, Jansen was the second accused to be granted bail. Legal analysts had a field day forecasting the outcome of the bail application.
Let us remind one another here that the bail application, it's a right that is accorded to every accused or arrested person who is in custody. Now, the state ordinarily would oppose bail based on the facts that they will put on the table. But for the fact that today's bail application emanates from the arrest, which is attached or married to the Thabo Bester saga. And we know for a fact that last week the High Court, or Bloemfontein High Court or Free State High Court, overturned the ruling by Judge, by Magistrate Lipholo, where he denied some of the bail applicants bail. And then the judge, as we said, he overturned the ruling and he made a blueprint. Blueprint meaning he gave us a memorandum. He gave us steps which we need to follow in order to be successful in bail application.
A state witness related to the court how Teboboho Liepholo's corpse was used to facilitate Bester's fake suicide. He testified that Motsoara drove Teboboho Liepholo's corpse inside the prison. He also told the court that Sikeleni hired the car that was used to carry the corpse, while Lipholo used a trolley dustbin to transport the corpse to the storage area where it was kept before being burnt in Bester's cell 35. His evidence showed that an amount of 150,000 rand was paid to Motsoara by TK Nkwana, a pseudonym used by Bester. 40,000 rand of that money was distributed to Lipholo, and Makhotsa received 14,000 rand. Magudumana was identified via fingerprint as the person who claimed Bering's body from the government mortuary in Bloemfontein.
Remember that she said she's postponing the bail application in Magistrate Court in order to deal with the issue of the extradition. And however, she went back again and did the bail application. And the bail was denied, as well as the leave to bail, it's denied as well. Now we're still waiting for the extradition results. But however, I don't see that it's going to make any difference for her because she gave a consent to come back to South Africa.
While at first it looked like the state had a watertight case to deny bail, the accused appealed the decision. In the bail appeal, legal representatives argued that the magistrate Lipholo overlooked Section 60, subsection 9 of the Criminal Procedure Act, which outlines the test a magistrate should consider in weighing the interest of justice in a bail application. The state was left embarrassed when the Free State High Court reversed the Magistrate's Court decision to deny the accused bail.
Definitely we welcome the decision of the court not to release her on bail. We have been saying from the start of the bail application that it would not be in the best interest of justice for Dr. Nandipha Magudumanan to be released on bail. Unfortunately, the court agreed with the submission of the prosecution today in a judgment that no, it's not in the best interest of justice for her to be released on bail. Hence, she has denied her bail.
While the other accused tried to convince the court to grant them bail, Magudumana approached the High Court to challenge her arrest in Tanzania, saying it should be declared unlawful. She claimed she was abducted and blindfolded by South African authorities in Tanzania. Arguing for her release, her lawyers told the court that her removal from Tanzania was a disguised extradition and not a deportation. The Free State High Court dismissed her claims. Another appeal ensued, and that too was dismissed. Her legal team, led by Machini Mutloung, took a decision to take the matter to the Supreme Court of Appeal. This will be heard in the new year.
Blow, I don't think so. But in terms of really procrastinating our destination, yes. We obviously we thought we had done enough to really get the outcome in our favor, so that this matter can really be taken to the Supreme Court of Appeal. We raised sharply a lot of issues, but among others, the issue of consent remains a sticky point, and it's disappointing that we find ourselves, in the same square that we were. But obviously, in terms of legal avenues at our disposal, can still, approach the Supreme Court of Appeal on petition basis. But obviously, we are a creature of instructions. So what we're going to be doing is to take instructions from the client in terms of the next move, and then, act accordingly.
Following several failed High Court attempts to be released from custody, Magudumana applied for bail. In her bail application, she told the court that she was kidnapped by Bester, but her bail application was nonetheless denied. Magudumana appealed this outcome, but the Free State High Court would have none of it, agreeing with the decision of the Magistrate's Court that she is a flight risk.
In conclusion, I find that the applicant is a definite flight risk, and that no bail condition will assist under the circumstances to limit this risk.
As the case progressed, the number of arrests increased to 12. Zander Moyo, a Zimbabwean national, was accused number 9 in the case. He, like Magudumana, who allegedly involved him in the plan by getting him to claim Katlego Bering's body under the pretense that it was his brother, decided to abandon his bail application. The arrest and bail application of Thabang Mir, Joel Makhotsa and Moeketsi Ramudula followed. All the accused are out on bail except Magudumana, Moyo and Bester himself. Charges against Jansen, Mir and Ramudula have been withdrawn.
We are very happy that the charges have been dropped, and I would like to thank everyone who supported her and believed in her.
All accused except for Bester are facing charges of aiding and abetting an inmate to escape lawful custody, fraud and corruption. Magudumana and Moyo also face a charge of violating a dead body. The matter has been set for pre-trial on 21 February in the Free State High Court. At the center of one of the most daring prison escape stories, South Africans have been captivated by the love story of a convicted killer and a serial rapist, I Thabo Bester, and a medical doctor, Dr. Nandipha Magudumanan. SABC News, Bloemfontein.
The African National Congress says it has settled out of court with Ezulwini Investments over the 102 million rand election posters disputed contract. The ruling party, or the governing party rather, says it will no longer be approaching the Constitutional Court to challenge the SCA ruling that the party must pay Ezulwini Investments over 102 million rand. Party President Cyril Ramaphosa took over the handling of the matter, and party stalwarts and business people approached Ezulwini to pay the debt. The company previously threatened to liquidate the ANC, while the sheriff's office was in the process of attaching some of the party's assets.